Hello everyone. So today let us talk about doing calculations in your tables when you're using org mode. Now I'll probably give you some background. So recently, and by the way, if you follow my channel, if you have been watching my videos on Emacs, org mode, LaTeX, so recently I have started using Emacs org mode for also writing my proposals. And when it comes to proposals, in a proposal you normally have the understanding of your requirements, and then you propose a solution. I mean, not the complete solution, but some kind of a plan, your approach. And usually in proposal you want to send to your clients some kind of an estimate that you will probably take maybe x number of days for this particular activity, and then y number of days for this particular activity, and so on. So in a proposal you will have maybe list of activities along with the estimated number of days effort, and then you will probably do some calculation based on your day rate or whatever hourly rate. So basically you can actually do these things, wonderful things, very easily using a org mode table, because when you have these tables, what you can do is you can actually and I'll probably not cover each and everything in one video, because the way I try to work and the way I try to make videos is I try to cover just one thing, and that is it, so that when people are searching for those problems, they can actually find my videos and they can learn it, and that is it. And I will of course cover this particular area in a bit more in detail, because this is wonderful. I mean, this is something that I think will save a lot of our time. Now, talking about tables, let us say we have one table, and when you're dealing with tables, you can of course do calculations. I mean, we have covered this in the past, and to refer to a specific cell, what you can do is you can use something like this. For example, if you want to refer to this cell, which is this one, let us say you want to calculate total. Or let us talk about, let us do a quick recap. So let us say if you want to have the start time and end time here, and then you want to calculate for each and every row, you want to calculate the difference. So basically end time minus start time, basically some kind of simple minus, right? So what you can do is you can refer to this last column using $4. So $1 is first row, $1 is first column, $2 is second column, this is $3, this is $4. So this entire row, the entire column is $4. Now, similarly, your rows are also referred using at the rate sign. So you have dollar and you have at the rate sign. So if you want to refer to this particular cell, you can do this by using basically first the row, which is at. So this one would be basically 1 and 2. So basically $2, and then at the rate 2 and $4. So I think I'm trying to confuse you, but no. So let's start with this particular last column. So if you want to basically calculate this calculation for the last column, which is $4, you can refer to the first column and second column using $1 and $2, do the calculation, which is minus, and that is it. Now, for summing all the cells in the last column, what you can also do is, because we have to sum these individual values, so you can refer to this as $2, then why I'm saying $2, basically at the rate 2 and $4, then at the rate 3, $4, and so on. But you can also specify this range, which is at the rate 2 till at the rate 6, which is this particular last row, not last but second last row, and then $4 will remain same. So basically we are referring to these cells individually, and then of course we are doing a total, which is like v sum. Now the problem is not a problem, but I think because I was doing some research. So if you look, let us say run this, what you will see here that for the last column, you do have these this decimal place, two decimal places, .00, .00 again, and so on. But for the total, we don't really have any decimal place, but it is like a weird point, 11 points, nothing. So you can actually specify the field formatter using something like this. Basically, you can do something like semicolon and percentage, which is it's a bit similar to what you do in, when you're writing code in C. So percentage 0.2, and then F. F, I believe, is for floating point. And if you do Control C again, it will then, of course, show you this, of course, decimal place. If there are, of course, right now, of course, it is 0, but it could be when you're doing division, then you will definitely have, something after decimal. And this is something that I wanted to have in my proposal, because when you're dealing with calculations, even if you're doing a simple division, you will end up with some fraction. And when you try to represent it in decimal, basically you want to make sure that your calculations are correct. I want to have, especially when you're dealing with numbers and cost involved, you want to be accurate, because it will give you some flexibility at the same time, because you can later on then round it off if you want to, but at least for the calculations you need to have this this formatter, field formatter. So again, your columns are $, your rows are @, and when you combine them together, you will basically have the individual cell. And this is, of course, a simple example using field formatter and doing simple calculations. But what you can also do, when you have the table name defined, you can also refer to the other table cell values. That is, of course, wonderful. And I wanted to show you, I will show you that, but not in this video, because I don't really want to make it complicated. I'll keep it simple. So there is something called as remote link, remote table, I think just remote, which I will, because I just learned it as well. So I will, of course, try to show you and try to give you an example, which is a simple example. So which is a simple example that you can easily follow. And that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. And while I'm here, while I'm showing you, let me just try to find that information, if I can, about the remote. So it is not here in this particular document, so I'll probably just make a separate video on that. So do watch out for my next video, where I will talk about how to get the cell values from a different table. All right, bye bye.